Good morning to you all. I hope you are up and strong this morning. And yes, this is the Morning Drive live on ECWA Television Africa. My name is Magdalene Azal. And as usual, we bring to you tips on, businesses and also, how to live a healthy life, even as you go on doing your businesses, looking for things to do, especially for those who are still, yet to find something to do. You can stick to this program, so that we can give you a little bit of tips on what to do. And then today I want to, talk about in general, not only tips on businesses, but tips on, living a healthy life. And the topic today we shall be discussing is sound mind. What is sound mind to you? What do you think? Are the attributes of a sound mind? I would want to know, or I would want to hear from you, so you can send us a message on Facebook and we shall respond to you. And today, talking about sound mind is a state, is a person's state of being, which means the person has the sufficient mental capacity to understand their actions. Trust me, so many people do not even know, like they can do something wrong and do not even know or realize that they've done something wrong. To them, it is okay. Like most people do that. But going back and then understanding, okay, actually, this action I did was actually wrong is a good thing, because you can be triggered, but you understanding that what you did or the way you acted or the way you behaved was not right, is a good thing to start with. And then maintaining a sound mind is essential, especially during difficult times like global health crises, which definitely will affect your thoughts, your behaviors and emotions and all that. There are times that some things can come up that will affect people. Most times you hear there are some years that you just all of a sudden you start hearing and cancer is just like eating up everywhere, and then you're not having cancer. I'm using that for an example now. But already, because you've been hearing this person is, in the hospital with this, that person, already your mind is already thinking anything you're eating or anything you're doing, you start thinking, I hope I don't have cancer, especially cancer of the breast for women. When already they will start, if they will tell you that you should examine your breast, and then if you feel a lump somewhere, then you go to the hospital. Already when somebody notices maybe a boil or pimple or something growing there, the next thing the person will start panicking, thinking, oh my God, I have cancer already. Which it is to you can think is normal, but already it is something that is triggering it. And trust me, people don't really know that that those kind of thoughts bring out like negative thinking, negative reaction at the end. And you see that your behavior towards people can actually just change, because you just felt something and already you're thinking you're dying already. And then anybody that comes to you or anybody that's trying to approach you to talk to you about something, you start getting irritated by people coming close to you. It affects you. I'm just using that as an example. Some people's own is when their businesses are going through crises, they just find it very, very difficult to cope. And sound mind is your ability to cope even in in the midst of problems and all that. Your ability to cope with the situation. How do you adapt to situation or to changes in your life? It is really, really important. Like some people, when it's their businesses that are being affected, they even react negatively, that it even causes more harm to the business. For example, now you have a business and then things are going bad with the business and you're at your shop. Then somebody comes to talk to you, or somebody comes to buy something, and you react to the person based on the way you're feeling. It will drive that person away. So what you're even trying to achieve at the end of it, you will not achieve, because in fact you're even trying to pile up problems on your head already, because you're not being attentive to yourself. And then try and understand, okay, what is happening? How do I need to change what is happening? And the way you need to change what is happening is, in fact, you have to be friendly with your customers. If your money, with what you're realizing in a day is dropping and you have a goal, and most times people get angry because they have something they want to achieve, and then some things are not working out well. How do you solve it? You can't solve it by being mean to your customers. If you're being mean to your customers, the rest of the ones that are, trying to come to you, they would also leave. But if you try to, understand that, okay, if this is what is happening, and I need, especially when you need money to do something and then you're not getting that money at that time, you'll be like, okay, no matter what it is, you have to be positive with yourself. And then trying to be positive, when you come to your shop, what do you do after? I can remember, sometimes if you go to people's shops, you see them after they open, they will pray, and I'm like, you didn't pray in the house before coming. At least you pray for your businesses. But some people just feel like, okay, if I come to my business place, I need to. It's more like a tradition for them. When they get to their business places, they pray before they start. In your prayer before you start, what do you do? How do you communicate with God? Is it that after praying, then the next thing, somebody comes, then you start attacking the person? If you when you have that kind of situation, after praying or in your prayers, let me say after praying, talk to yourself. Now, right now is your self time. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself today is going to be a beautiful day. Today is going to be a good day. Trust me, there are so many times that, coming to work already, you're feeling really down. Already you're feeling, I think I don't want to see this person's face today. Or even if I see this person's face, it's as if there's going to be trouble. But sometimes you just tell yourself, no matter how I'm feeling, this thing is not going to work out that way. God, please help me. You need to invite God, almost like all the time. You need to invite God to help you, to take the day, to help you move the day, to help you lead the day. Trust me, when you do that, it is going to be fine. Don't always rely on, what you think. Always rely on God to lead you. So many times we do it the wrong way. So many times we feel like, okay, and we are going through a lot, so it needs to show. Trust me, if it's by that, there are so many people you can't, like, sometimes what makes you think that what you're going through, somebody is not going through even worse situation than you. And sometimes we misunderstand it because we see somebody, laughing or always having fun or always, looking okay. You think, okay, the person is not facing a lot of troubles. You are the one who is facing a lot of trouble. It is not like that. It is not by the face. It is not by what you see. It is not by, the person being energetic and all that. The person is just trying to be positive. That is why. And then sometimes it is also good that even in your positivity, there are days that you need to calm down and have your self time and then think, okay, I know that I am going through a lot. Being energetic, being super up there will not help. Like you can calm down, not being lonely, but having your self time, to think about your situation, and then find solution to it. So it is really, really important for people to have sound mind, because a lot of people are going through a lot of things are happening that, we need to be very, we are definitely, you have to be cautious of, but still yet you have to, make sure that you look for a way, to bringing down whatever situation you're going through. And then find positivity in the small things. So many people will think, I beg, this is not what I want. Is this the me? What I want is I want to achieve, I want to be there, and then find positivity in little things. If you don't find positivity in little things, the big things will not even come. Now that you don't have the big things and you have the small things, why won't you use the opportunity, to enjoy what you have right now? If you don't enjoy what you have right now, you are not even going to survive getting to where you're going to. Trust me. So you need to be, you need to find positivity in the little things you have right now. And then don't wait for motivation. This is actually very funny. Most people wait for people to come and tell them, Kai, God is going to do it for you. What are you doing about your situation? And then trust me, if you're waiting for motivation, who told you that your motivational speaker is not going through a lot? And then the person is just trying to let you know that, okay, this is what you can do. So don't just wait for people to motivate you. Trust me, if you wait for people to motivate you, you're going to lose it. So you have to motivate yourself. Don't wait for somebody. Look for something, that makes makes you happy, that you think you can do that will make you happy. That is why, going back to the finding, positivity in little things. It can be talking to people. It can be, you going out. It can be like, it has to be that there's something you love doing. So just find yourself doing it instead of you waiting for people to give you motivational quotes or to make you feel better. Trust me, there are so many times people tell you what they don't even mean. So why should you be happy about people's opinion? So you have to find motivation in yourself. And then another one I want you to check out is appreciate your own company. Appreciate your own company. Humans tend to be social creatures, so the current climate can be particularly challenging. If you aren't used to being on your own company, it can feel very strange and scary. But start by just taking some time to appreciate yourself. Run yourself a bath, do some reading, and explore a new interest. If you find yourself having wandering thoughts, writing them down can really help. Blogging, writing, or whatever makes you happy. Like, just be in your own company. Love your company. I can remember I just said you don't have to be lonely, but you can enjoy your company being yourself. It will make you think of things proper. It will make you, do things properly. Like, most times I love being alone. Like, almost like if I'm not at work and I'm dealing with people, when I get home, I love being alone. Being alone doesn't just mean being alone. I can be on my phone browsing, and I can be reading, or I can be writing. So it has to be those three things. It has to be like, there is no time you will see me not reading, not writing, or not, searching for something. So it is really, it will improve you. And whatever place or thing you're doing that you think you're not, you're not achieving the desired results, when you read, when you write it down, it will stick to your brain. And then when you research, definitely it will come to your brain. So you have to do all those things, and then it will really, really improve you, instead of you sitting down thinking, my life is finished, to see this thing that is happening, no, what. Instead of you complaining too much, please look for solutions to your problems. And what do? You have to find a way. Just find something, that can suit you, the situation in that time. And see, trust me, it is not only you that has gone through a lot. Like the letter Paul wrote, to Timothy in 2 Timothy 1:7, that says, for God had not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. See, people have been going through a lot. There are so many, people in the Bible that went through a lot. But because they trusted in God, things went out well for them. And then what about you? What are you thinking? Are you involving God in your situation? Are you also taking care of, your mind? Are you trying to improve yourself? Because some people's own is not just their business being bad. It is some people's own is their whole being. There's something wrong with you, and that is why, things are going on the way they are going on. Are you trying to solve it, or are you just trying to blame other people? Don't blame people. And talking about blaming people, I want us to take our video for the day, and when we come back, and then I'll continue with, people that love blaming or putting their blames on people, and that is why you can't realize, having result or solving your situation, because you don't even realize it, that you are your own problem. You think other people are your problem. I'll be right back.
My name is Bulus Timothy. So I learned this work to help myself and my family. And then this work that I learned is helping me very well. The way I do the work, God is helping me. I'm coming back. I'm coming back around 8:30, 8 o'clock. I come out to do this work to help myself and my family. The advice that I give all of my friends, let them come and join hand to learn the work, so that you don't have the problem of somebody to help you and this and that. The economy of the country is affecting our job because everybody is crying, no money and this and that. Pray for God and then talk to the government to help us and handwork people. And then everybody that don't have work, let them help everybody. The challenge that we have in this work, maybe as in somebody will tell you that I get problem with my car, but I don't have money. I don't have money to repair it. So that is, everybody is crying for money. Even we too, we are crying for issue of money. We don't have work now. Sometimes if you can't work almost 2 days, 3 days, you cannot do anything. And then you go back home. That's the challenge. I have my boy here. He's working with me with my colleague. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for watching our video for the day. And then he said something, he was doing it so that he will avoid, waiting or asking somebody for help. If you're asking somebody for help, it will temper with your sound mind though. Mind you. So you have to get up and be deliberate in helping yourself. If you insist on waiting on people to help you, I don't know what you want to achieve. I don't know if you want to, stay there for a longer time instead of you standing up, doing something. Try something, no matter how little it is, at least it will help you. And the sweetest thing is that it is so joyful when you get to provide for yourself. Like when you try to, I can remember the very first time I started footing my bills. I'm like, wow, I'm grown. Even though it's hard to be an adult, trust me, but it will get to a time that when you take care of some responsibilities, you feel joy, doing it. So please be deliberate about, everything that has to do with you. It affects the whole you. It affects your whole being. So don't wait for people. Don't wait for people. That is why, we are here to let you know that waiting on people will definitely spoil, the you that you're supposed to be building. Build yourself. If you do something, trust me, you'll be building yourself. And even for the people that you think, okay, yes, you have trust on people that are going to help you. What are you doing towards, achieving that thing that the people are promising you? You start to have, you have to start doing something, maybe developing yourself towards that thing you're waiting for. At least it's you doing something. And then talking about sound mind, I want us to talk about how to achieve a sound mind. If before you achieve a sound mind, you have to achieve a sound body. A sound mind is in a sound body. If your body is not sound, the mind cannot be sound. And then there are people who, exercises are actually very, very good, when you talk about, like, if I wake up and just do, like, just maybe if it's squatting or it is push-ups you do, there's the way your body responds to it. Like, it just makes you feel very better. Like, no matter how, the way you're feeling, if you just do a little exercise, 5-10 minutes, you just feel stronger and then you feel better. And for those people who really go into deeper exercises, trust me, there's this feeling that goes with it, and that is why they can't even stop doing it. So if you want to achieve a sound mind, you have to achieve a sound body. There are people who, if they stay fit, it makes them confident. No matter what you say to them, it doesn't get to them. And that is, them achieving also sound mind. Because if you say something and I know it's not like that, then why does it bother me? That is your own opinion about me. Sometimes you'll be like, you used to be fat, and then now you used to be chubby, and I liked it, and now you're slimmer. Trust me, and I'm like, but I'm comfortable with my body right now. I love how I'm feeling right now. It is the feeling. It makes you feel better about yourself. And then no matter what people say, it won't get to you. And then that is you achieving a sound mind too. And then some of the things you need to do to achieve sound mind is, brain boost. You have to, some exercises can be try puzzles or learning a new song. I know it is going to be very, like, people will be like, okay, what if I don't know how to sing? There are people who achieving sound mind to them is them singing in the bathroom. There are people who just wake up and be lousy in the house. They just be singing and be like, shut up, why are you worrying us? But it's because it makes them feel better about themselves. Or you just learn something new that you're not used to learning, or maybe something that you've been liking for a long time to learn. Just go learning it, and it will really, really help you even as you're trying to develop sound mind. And then we need to take time to relax, visualize, affirm, and then ourselves. Trust me, when you sit down and tell yourself, you are beautiful, God made you in your own unique way, like, you just tell yourself some nice things, it will really boost you, it will really boost your mind, it will really boost your self-confidence. And if you work towards that, I'm telling you, there's nothing somebody would say that would change the way you feel about yourself. And then another one is be resilient. Trust me, in this kind of situation, there are so many people who don't have the ability to adapt to situation. But with the way things are going, if you want to survive, you have to have capacity, to overcome some kind of challenges. We talked about resilience on this program. So if you want to achieve, even if it's in your business, whatever you want to do, you have to be resilient. And then emotion management. Trust me, many people don't have the capacity to manage their emotions. And before I went for that break, lest I forget, there are people who blame people for, situations around them. And then most times I'm like, if something happens repeatedly, this one is saying it, that one is saying it, another person says it, check yourself. Okay, what is that thing that I am doing wrong? Magdalene, what is it that you're doing wrongly that has made people, to complain? It is not just one, it is not just two people complaining. Then you have to check yourself. Don't blame people. People blame people for their own mistakes. Don't be that person that blames people for his own mistake. If you do that, trust me, you're not going to resolve anything. And then you will keep piling up that thing, in you, to the extent that at the end you will explode, and then things will just go bad. So please try and keep a sound mind by knowing the right things to do, and then doing your exercising. Eating good is another thing, because we get so busy sometimes and forget that we are supposed to eat well. And then people like, okay, at least share is food. Now food, if I don't eat food, I will not die. You need to eat, and you need to even eat well. So don't just sit there and say eating is not a good thing. So please, I am begging you, as you go around doing your businesses today, whatever you're doing today, make sure that you have a sound mind. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you're doing it the right way. It doesn't have to be, everything being put in one place for you now, but try and make sure that what you're doing the right way. And I'll still go back to 2 Timothy 1:7 that says, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. Do have a sound mind today. I'll see you tomorrow by 8 a.m. again on Morning Drive, live on ECWA Television Africa. Bye bye for now.